I don't need no running back. Boy, y'all, his receivers looking good. We're gonna start with this nigga though. We're gonna start with him. Oh no. I didn't know I could do that. What the fuck? Oh well. Show me some.
They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the South Alabama Jaguars, taking on last year's national champion, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Powell. Off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play.
Yeah, well, really?
Wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to impose their will with the run. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down.
Oh my God, that nigga's fast as shit.
This one, enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Now the fake. Under fire. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. He makes the catch. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Ducks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Quarterback on the keeper. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! They're on the board first here in the season opener.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Oh man, a lot of niggas transferring. What?
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got him. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll do it himself. Oh, he got loose. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on first down. Using his feet to buy time. He's got it inside the 25. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work first and 10. Got his man. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to barrel in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Offside.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still first and goal. He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Soft spot in the middle. Oh, what a cut! At the 45 on his way. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Eat dick, boy.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Now on the option. Jukes his way for more. Really nice run to get it out to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him. So he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
He's going to run it. Short gain on the play before he slides.
And because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him that
wide open spaces. Running inside the 20. Touchdown Ducks! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. The give to the back. Crosses the 40. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Jaguars will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Trying to set the tone with the run. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He was thinking big. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Got enough for the 1st down. Bringing it back. Inside the 40. The 30. Inside the... And he just kept running
end zone. You're looking behind you. You're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking to the big tight end.
Oh my
Finds
God.
it on the left. Turning it on. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Defense's head may still be spinning. They're just outside the red zone now. 1st and 10 from the 22. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. They finally get it stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He's got an open man. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there. A similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the score.
And the Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Trying to beat the D deep. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board for that trip to the house. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men not only throw the football,
the Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do. There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Give as they work on that clock. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. Gets it past the marker. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44. The Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
and I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They had a great day today.
They'll make the stop, but that first down on to ice it. They should be able to kneel this one out. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Hauls it in. Quick step and go. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
So it is.
We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on last year's national champion, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield, and the defense comes out sending a message. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Slithers into space. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Pushed out of the pocket. Fires to the big fella. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. Finds a crease at the 20. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Use the play fake. Now to throw.
Oh, good catch.
Power football with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down miss. He's running free down the middle. At the 30. 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
And the offense clutches in it again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games, with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Fitted in the window for the score.
One thing this team has shown early this year is
we're way too fast this year. Niggas not fucking with us.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Oh, better look out! Keeping it on the ground, trying to to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. It's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now from their own 20-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw.
Ooh, he was open.
Just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. They just keep firing. Gets it to him on the screen. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. 4th down is coming.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Rushes on him. You know those defenders wanted to light him up. Quarterback wisely gets down with the slide. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Ducks want to move quickly. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Look at that fast, man.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. It's good. He hit that one right. Off play action on 1st down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the...
Come on. Oh, that nigga was open. Nigga caught that shit.
It's incomplete. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. The play action fake. Skips away from pressure. Looking for the score.
Oh, he dropped it. Come on, tight end.
Everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a box.
This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun
Fucking
to
do it,
watch.
bro.
We've got a guy that can do this, and we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it.
It's on freshman. It's on All-American with Heisman sliders. I only put it on All-American because so I can get the penalties actually called and shit. But it's got Heisman sliders.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He lost one down the sideline.
Oh, good defense. Fire really did this shit. God damn.
Hit him with a big one on first down. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top.
Okay.
Fire into the right.
Damn.
Complete. He'll work
That's
his way
good.
up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds. The Ducks come to the ball,
I gotta
trying to
watch
pick
that,
up this third and short. They'll try to get the
He would
first
have jumped
through the
that
air.
shit.
He's going to take off. Gets it
And this
out to
quarterback's
about
super
the
dumb
35.
fast. I got him out the transfer portal.
In this offense, trying to
That
put
nigga
something
too
together.
fast.
The Ducks will have
He
it
could
first
throw
and
all
10.
that shit.
Trying play action. He's
Oh, that was a
taking
bad
the
throw, though.
shot.
Oh, my
And they
goodness.
weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the Ducks come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. With jet sweep pass.
I'm about to say, nobody gonna block, bro, though. He just went
He
right through that
stopped quickly,
shit.
but not before he has enough for the first down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. At the 35, he's open. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. So first down will open up the final period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after the
Oh, man, I didn't get
play.
that
Let's take a
98
look at how we
speed
got in here.
receiver out the transfer port. That nigga sound like you think he Michael Vick. My lineman not blocking. I had no choice to run with the quarterback.
But hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen.
I don't want to really throw it. I mean, run with him.
Offense picking up steam.
If
First
these
and
niggas
10
not
from
gonna
the
block,
31.
I'm gonna have to run.
From the gun to give, looking for room.
Where the fuck my
Not
first
a
thing
whole
is?
lot of
He
room
should have
as
been
he
running that
gets a
shit.
couple inside the 30 to the 29. Picked up 2 yards
running
on
back
that
must be
last
hurt.
when they need 8 on second down. The give.
Oh, where I healthy?
There was nowhere to go.
Oh.
Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
After that amazing performance in week one, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
Let's fucking go. We're looking good as hell this year, bro.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Got the back over the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a
Who
little
is,
ground to
nigga?
cover to pick up the first.
I ain't go to
The Ducks
school.
are at the line looking to convert on third and
Nigga
short.
talking about you can be like two.
Clock
That nigga
stops.
funny
We
as
have reached
hell.
the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum.
Damn, I should threw
And
that
the
shit.
defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Ducks send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone.
It's over.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the ground with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Offense in an empty set. Quarterback running on the draw. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. Out of the gun, the inside handoff.
Running back not getting nowhere. It's over.
Stop
This
behind
game.
the
You won.
line, he'll lose a yard. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Rides the back and leaves it. He has the first and still on his feet. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like,
Because I played them in the championship.
Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated.
Play one more.
They played a little ticked off.
Get off this
I'm
shit.
here for it. I love it.
They still talking about COVID. Nobody care about no damn COVID. One more motherfucking game. I'm out this hoe. I'm good.
45 miles separate the cities of Eugene and Corvallis, but the number of barbs and shots thrown back and forth between these two institutions could fill a distance triple that size. What a matchup we have for you in the battle for the state of Oregon. Welcome to Corvallis, Reser Stadium, home of the Oregon State Beavers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis.
Type shit.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Complete to the left.
Okay.
How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Quickly complete. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down.
Oh.
In a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I thought
They
like that.
dial up on second, and a long way to go. Gives it on the option. He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32. The Ducks come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Out of the shotgun on third down. Makes the catch. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking to scramble. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Got his man to the left.
Shit.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down. Touchdown, Oregon! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Finding open areas. Got enough for the first.
Oh my God.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space.
Am I moving,
bro?
bro?
For the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back.
Look at that shit, bro. Oh, why he blocking?
For this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I need one block.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on third and short from the 29. Good timing on the quick out. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Ducks are marching down the field. To the air on first down.
Damn, he stuck at mid throws. Oh my goodness.
It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole.
I feel like it's
now quarterback's got his ass lifted.
maybe a lot of people don't talk about it.
Look at that nigga up. He ain't
If you've ever
shit.
been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history.
I just threw a bad ass kick. Fuck. Oh.
He's at the 40. He's at the 20.
Ain't no fucking way. I need you to tee up now, boy. Ain't no way.
Off the play fake on first down.
He cannot get a mid throw, fam. Oh my God.
Just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff on the very first play of the next drive. Let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. He's got it along the sideline. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. And it looks
but he caught the shit. What is they reviewing for?
Wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right.
Good catch.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Looking for just one more yard. 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneaking his way, tunneling and burrowing into the line. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and touchdown Ducks! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Give to the running back. On the move at the 30. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab on the left. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here between the Ducks and Beavers. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Oregon and Oregon State plays out.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running. 3. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd.
Damn.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. He's going to throw deep right side.
Fucking go, Sig.
25 in stride. And he slipped through the
Nah, you would have fumbled. I would have been Sig.
Touchdown, Oregon. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the
Oh my
left.
goodness.
And they're getting
I forgot I moved him.
play
I
to
changed
the
him from
32-yard
receiver to
line.
fucking tight end. He's fucking
Man,
slow
this
as
offense
shit.
is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. It's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels.
Was that him? Yeah, that's him.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Takes a shot as he lets it go.
Damn.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game.
He uncorks one deep. He makes a grab. And
Fucking
he
go,
ran
bro.
away
It's
from
not
the defense
fucking
to
with
take
us.
it in. Touchdown, Ducks. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. 1st and 10 coming up. Use the play fake. Now to throw.
Oh.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. A
Oh.
really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
That boy
This
roll.
quarterback, man, he's showing you a little
That
bit of
boy
everything.
roll.
He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go right back to the run. Touchdown, Oregon! And the stomping has commenced. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up. Oh, he's got some
I just have to
space.
stiff on. He didn't wait.
And he's able
Bro,
to
come on.
find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Ducks with myriad options after that
Yo,
big
come
pickup on
on.
first down. Gives it on the option. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Ducks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Makes the grab. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away
Oh,
something.
what?
I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive
again.
against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they
all I did
just
was
run
recruit.
the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Down to the 18-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Damn.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening. He went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year?
I tried to celebrate. This nigga jumped. Okay, what am I playing with this quarterback?
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress.
Oh, 18,
Yeah, really
block.
impressive just seeing how they're able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing.
Tight end trying to get in. And we have breaking news. So as they've done so many times in this in-state rivalry, it is the Ducks who outlast the Beavers. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
I might play one more. I'm going to play one more for real. Play one more. We'll do this. I thought I said I want to play one more. Rutgers. I'm gonna put belt to them boys. Who have they played? Let me see this. Man, I'm already knowing. It's just I'm just gonna stay down though. I ain't even tripping on it. Alright. Who have they played that they're 2-1? They beat the shit out to North Texas. Oh, they lost to North Texas. Oh shit. Of course they beat them. Yeah, I'm gonna get them that belt though. I mean, I just be trying doing this. I really don't care for this shit. I just be doing it. I'm just finna go down. Rutgers. Okay, this is the last game for shit, so this should be a blowout.
Awash in scarlet. This place is buzzing for the critical game we have in front of us tonight. Welcome to the banks of the Raritan of Piscataway, New Jersey. SHI Stadium, home to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Oregon Ducks, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. It's complete on the right side. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. The inside handoff. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Zings it complete to the right. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. They'll go back to the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Oregon.
Fucking
they
goes.
took a shot to the end zone and
They're
found
probably finna
6
challenge it,
points
though.
waiting on them.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown. And
They might challenge it.
pretty much what just happened there.
Okay, never mind.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Oh, he wants it all.
Oh, he overthrew this shit. Oh my God.
Falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the
Bro, blood. Tight
this
end.
one will be stopped for no gain.
He's right in front of you.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense. And you
Yo,
want to get
so he
penetration
fell.
and not let that tank get downhill, because when he gets downhill with that weight and that size, it could be a problem for the defense. Get him before he gets started.
Fair catch called for and taken. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great.
Damn,
Now you're set up with
like
an
him.
opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air.
Bro, why did he? Oh shit! Oh,
and he
why did he
never
run
had a
backwards?
chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive
fuck out
with a
this
field
hoe.
goal. What a
Oh my god, this game should have been a blowout. Like, these minutes not
Out
good.
comes the offense as they get set to take over. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. A strike downfield. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun.
I'm gonna take it, but that big ass nigga not finna hit my quarterback, man. I'm sorry.
Stop cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical
Big
play.
ass running right towards my quarterback. Well, why would I give it to
Running
him?
backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other
Let's
direction.
go.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot.
Oh, damn.
Plenty of time left in
Sloppy
the half
first
here as
half.
they take over,
I ain't
but they
fucking
will
with it.
want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes.
Oh, good one.
Here comes the heat. Stands in and takes the
Oh,
hit.
good catch.
Makes the catch on the right side. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He'll pull it down and run. Got his man downfield.
Fucking
He
go,
was
bro.
in that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, this offense
Zero
is
is
showing
going
you it doesn't
dumb
take
this
a lot
game.
of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And he will
Zero with the
take it
touchdown.
in.
Going
Touchdown,
dumb.
Oregon. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense.
Let's test the waters to send him out.
They're going to
We
open
have
this
no
drive with a
time.
pass.
Oh, shit. He's chasing me.
Might be looking to run. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll leave it with him. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. They're working that left side. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open.
Yeah,
He'll get that one all the way down to the stopped. The Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just...
Turn this, so let's do it. Got one more quarter.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback gets the 1st down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get around the corner.
Down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes a great pass. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want.
Like, niggas is blitzing the shit out of me. Y'all want to run? God damn.
So in this next drive, David, I think
Probably
you keep running the football
blitzing
because
be
that sets up
blitzing
the
hell
play
out of
action.
me.
It sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
Shit ran uphill.
Nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing.
He got tank on. Why he can't? Why is he not running over nobody?
Get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal.
Oh, that was horrible.
Heisman contender turns it over, and they'll drag him down.
Why would I throw that? I don't know why I threw that. Yeah, I don't realize I'm gonna play one more for real. Dead ass. This next one's the last one.
They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. He's got it on the right. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
I'm playing one more. I'm playing one more. No, Penn State, fuck no. I'm finna go sleep on this one. I'm not playing another one. Boy, they gonna fuck around and beat my ass. They did that shit last year and beat my ass. It's over with, bitch. I ain't gonna play another one. What's up? You ain't get none? I'm about to say. What is that, cheese? Gum? Yo gum? Just tear that piece of the bag off.
I got your
How was your night?
good.
Big ass drink.
I gotta say it.
Strawberry?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
What? The strawberry shake?
Mm-hmm.
And don't have to worry about stomach issues? That's
No,
not true.
no, I'm gonna pop up fast as shit.
Man, like the other taker.
We gonna watch wrestling?
I'm tired. I barely made it here with my eyes open.
Mm-hmm. You wanna go out and shit.
Now you want to be tired. Wake me up. Man.
Man.
No.
No. Ah! I got crap in my bag.
Jay,
Mm.
think the controller.
That's it. Mm.
What's wrong now? What happened?
That cramp in my bag. For the control.
You always go to with some new ass games, some new light, cameras, action. need some more candles. Now Carla talking about she not going.
Oh, so she ain't going.
Mm-hmm.
To the thing on Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Got so much going on.
Mm-hmm. But why you got this thing monitor off?
I got it. Where control of it?
Ball control.
Remote.
Does it go off?
Mm-mm.
Let me turn this shit off. I seen that new ride. 6 pack. Oh, did you see that drop?
We going. Scrap me.
Never do not open your curtain.
No, you do the opposite.
Hey. I'm really tired.
The WWE has been the biggest pro wrestling company in the world for decades. But from 1997 to 2005, the WWE experienced its hottest and most popular period ever. This was the era that gave us Stone Cold stunning his boss, The Rock electrifying millions, Kane giving everyone nightmares, and The Undertaker's streak becoming sacred. We watched names like John Cena, Batista, and Brock Lesnar burst onto the scene, and we also mourned as Owen Hart and Eddie Guerrero were taken too soon. we had Jeff Hardy jumping off insane heights, Edge stealing girlfriends, Shawn Michaels stealing the show, Chris Jericho being cool, and Triple H dominating Raw with his reign of terror. Over these 9 years, we witnessed the birth of legends, the fall of empires, and moments that took WWE from the brink of bankruptcy to a mainstream juggernaut. So today, we're rewinding the clock and revisiting the hottest period in WWE history. This is the story of WWE's greatest era, starting with the year it all began, 1997. As 1997 began, WWE was in serious trouble. WCW was destroying them in the ratings every single week, and the company was dangerously close to going bankrupt. But what looked like WWE's darkest hour would ultimately become the catalyst for its biggest transformation. The year started with Shawn Michaels as WWF champion, but everything changed when an injury forced him to vacate the title. Behind the scenes, many believed this was HBK's way of avoiding a scheduled title loss to his rival Bret Hart at WrestleMania. And this rivalry set the tone for a year filled with real-life drama that'd lead to the most controversial finish in wrestling history later in the year. Meanwhile, a certain redneck named Steve Austin was supposed to be a villain, but fans were connecting with his anti-authority persona in ways WWE hadn't anticipated. At the Royal Rumble, Austin won the match by sneaking back in after Bret Hart eliminated him. Commissioner Gorilla Monsoon refused to give Austin his WrestleMania title shot, instead booking him in a fatal four-way for the vacated title. Bret Hart won the title, but Austin would cost him just days later. Then came WrestleMania 13, and the match that changed everything. Austin and Bret Hart delivered one of the greatest Mania matches of all time. But more importantly, it featured the legendary double turn. The image of a bloodied Austin refusing to give up turned him into a hero. Meanwhile, Bret attacked Austin after the bell, completing his transformation into a villain. Austin would continue raising hell and feuding against the Hart Foundation until a botched piledriver at SummerSlam almost ended his career. But 1997 had more shocks in store. Paul Bearer revealed that The Undertaker's brother Kane was still alive. Kane debuted at the first ever Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood, ripping the cage door off to lay out his brother. This kick-started the most iconic supernatural feud in WWE history that had become a part of mainstream culture. But while Kane and Taker engaged in their personal war, a bigger controversy was about to shake the WWF. WWF champion Bret Hart was leaving for WCW and refused to lose the championship to a recently returned Shawn Michaels in Canada, given their history of real-life hatred. Not wanting to risk his company's champion appearing on WCW with the top prize, Vince McMahon and a select few orchestrated the Montreal Screwjob, which would go down as the most controversial finish in pro wrestling history. Vince had the referee call for the bell while Bret was in the sharpshooter, making it appear that Bret had submitted. Michaels and DX quickly rushed backstage, while fans threw garbage in the ring and Bret spat at Vince. The night after, Vince did a sit-down interview sporting a black eye from Bret, telling the world Bret screwed Bret. The Mr. McMahon character, wrestling's greatest villain, was born, and the pieces were in place for the biggest rivalry in WWE history. If 1997 laid the foundation, 1998 was the year WWE's revolution went mainstream. The Austin vs. McMahon rivalry became the hottest storyline in professional wrestling, finally giving fans a reason to switch from WCW Nitro to Monday Night Raw. The year started explosively at the Royal Rumble when Stone Cold won the match, earning a WrestleMania title shot. But the moment everyone remembers came the next night on Raw. Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet, appeared to announce his involvement as special enforcer for the WrestleMania main event. Austin marched down, got in Tyson's face, flipped him off, and sparked a brawl that had to be broken up by dozens of security guards. The segment brought massive mainstream attention to WWE, and suddenly everyone was talking about wrestling again. At WrestleMania 14, in a shocking twist, Tyson revealed he was aligned with Austin rather than DX, raising Stone Cold's hand as the new champion. The Austin era had officially begun, and the boss wasn't happy. Throughout the spring and summer, McMahon tried everything to take the title from Austin. The more McMahon tried to destroy him, the more popular Austin became. Meanwhile, The Undertaker and Kane's supernatural saga dominated the other half of the main event scene. Kane had cost Undertaker the championship at the Royal Rumble by setting his casket on fire. But the dead man returned just in time for WrestleMania and got his revenge. McMahon eventually weaponized their hatred, pointing both brothers at Austin. At King of the Ring in June, Kane actually won the WWF Championship, though Austin recaptured it the very next night on Raw. The night also saw Undertaker throw Mankind off the top of the Hell in a Cell in one of the most replayed moments in pro wrestling history. However, the biggest story of 1998 came at Survivor Series. The Austin Kane-Taker saga had eventually led to the WWF title being vacated, and the Deadly Game tournament was held to crown a new champion, with the finals pitting The Rock against Mankind. Earlier in the night, Shane McMahon revealed he'd been aligned with his father all along, screwing Austin out of the tournament. But then came the massive swerve. The Rock turned on Mankind and aligned with Vince McMahon, becoming the corporate champion. The People's Champion had become the most hated man in WWE, declaring he didn't sell out, he bought in. By year's end, WWE had finally turned the tide in the Monday Night Wars. The Rock had transformed from hated babyface to electrifying heel. Kane, Mankind, and Taker had cemented themselves as major players in the main event scene. Vince and Shane became the most hated father-son duo in wrestling, and Austin was poised for revenge against The Rock and the McMahons. The momentum from 1998 carried into 1999, but this would become known as the Attitude Era's messiest and most controversial year. It started strong when Mankind defeated The Rock for the WWF Championship on the January 4th episode of Raw. WCW spoiled the result on Nitro, hoping fans would stay with their show. But the tactic backfired, and a huge portion of Nitro's audience switched channels to watch Mick Foley's crowning moment. At the Royal Rumble, The Rock defeated Mankind in a brutally controversial I Quit match that featured an obscene number of chair shots. Then came the Rumble match, with Austin and Vince entering as the first two competitors. Austin got beat up by the corporation and taken to a hospital during the match, only to return in an ambulance and unleash chaos. However, a distraction from The Rock allowed Vince to eliminate Austin and win the Rumble to earn a title shot against The Rock at WrestleMania. Vince forfeited his WrestleMania opportunity the next night, and WWF Commissioner Shawn Michaels immediately awarded it to the runner-up Steve Austin instead. The build-up to this match also saw the WWF debut of The Big Show, who would become one of the most recognized wrestlers of all time. Austin defeated The Rock for the title at WrestleMania 15, and the power struggle between Austin and McMahon escalated when Linda and Stephanie gave their WWF stock to Stone Cold, making him company CEO. April brought another shocking development when Shane McMahon merged his father's corporation with The Undertaker's Ministry of Darkness, creating the Corporate Ministry. The ministry kidnapped Stephanie McMahon, and for months, WWE teased that a mysterious higher power was pulling the strings. The reveal finally came in June that it was Vince McMahon all along, and Vince and Shane eventually won back control over WWF from Austin in a ladder match at King of the Ring. But then came May 23rd, a date that would haunt WWE forever. At the Over the Edge pay-per-view, Owen Hart fell from the rafters during his entrance and died in the ring. This would go down as one of the darkest days in pro wrestling history, and WWE's decision to continue the show after the accident drew massive criticism. Despite the darkness, 1999 did introduce two future legends. Chris Jericho debuted from WCW in August with massive fanfare. Then, in November, Kurt Angle made his WWE debut at Survivor Series, beginning what would become one of the greatest rookie years in wrestling history. At SummerSlam, Mankind shockingly defeated Austin for the WWF Championship, only to drop it to Triple H the next night on Raw. The year ended with the McMahon-Helmsley era beginning when Triple H defeated Vince McMahon at Armageddon. It was revealed that Stephanie had been working with Triple H all along, willingly marrying him as revenge for her father's actions earlier in the year. The real-life couple would become a power force both on and off-screen for years to come. But as 1999 came to a close, all the pieces were in place for what many consider the greatest year in WWE history. With Stone Cold sidelined for neck surgery, many wondered if WWE could maintain its momentum without their biggest star. The answer came in the form of The Rock, who finally stepped out of Austin's shadow to prove he could carry the company as its top babyface. The Great One won the Royal Rumble in January, setting up his WrestleMania main event and beginning a year where he would headline an astounding 10 out of 12 pay-per-views. But 2000 wasn't just about The Rock's ascension. It was the year WWE's roster depth reached unprecedented levels. In January, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, and Perry Saturn jumped ship from WCW as The Radicals, immediately elevating the in-ring quality across the board. However, no talent proved himself faster than Kurt Angle. The Olympic gold medalist's rookie year was nothing short of extraordinary. His arrogant all-American hero character was perfect heel work, and his amateur wrestling background gave him a unique style that meshed perfectly with sports entertainment. By October, Angle had captured the WWE Championship, completing a journey from Olympic rookie to world champion in less than a year. The tag team division reached heights that have arguably never been matched. Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, and the Dudley Boys completely redefined what tag team wrestling could be. Their triangle ladder match at WrestleMania 2000 was just the beginning. At SummerSlam, they delivered the first ever tables, ladders, and chairs match, a chaotic masterpiece that transformed tag wrestling from bathroom breaks to must-see TV. The main event of WrestleMania 2000 saw Triple H retain the WWE Championship in a fatal four-way against The Rock, Big Show, and Mick Foley, a McMahon in every corner creating maximum drama. Stone Cold returned at Backlash to a thunderous reaction, immediately inserting himself back into the main event scene. But the year wouldn't be complete without some absurd storylines. The Austin Mystery Attacker angle culminated with Rikishi taking credit before it was revealed Triple H had orchestrated everything. Meanwhile, the love triangle between Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and Kurt Angle added soap opera drama that somehow worked perfectly. The year closed with Armageddon's first ever six-man Hell in a Cell, a match that brought together every major storyline of the year. Austin seeking revenge, The Rock chasing gold, Triple H proving his dominance, Undertaker claiming this is his yard, Kurt Angle defending his title, and Rikishi paying for his betrayal all collided in one historic encounter. From a business and creative standpoint, 2000 was WWE's absolute peak, the gold standard against which all other years are measured. But if 2000 was epic, 2001 would change the WWE forever. The year 2001 started strong with Stone Cold winning his record third Royal Rumble, but the biggest shock came just weeks later. WrestleMania 17 in Houston is considered by many to be the greatest wrestling pay-per-view of all time. The show delivered on every level. Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, and the Dudley Boys outdid themselves with TLC 2, an even more spectacular sequel to their SummerSlam classic. The Undertaker defeated Triple H in an intense fight. Shane McMahon beat his father Vince with help from his mother Linda and Trish Stratus, but the main event would steal the whole show. Steve Austin challenged The Rock for the WWF Championship in what should have been a standard battle of alphas. Instead, Austin turned heel and aligned with Vince McMahon in one of the most shocking moments in wrestling history. When The Rock left for Hollywood the very next night to film The Scorpion King, WWE was suddenly without both of its top babyfaces. The situation worsened when Triple H aligned with Austin to form the two-man power trip rather than turning face to oppose him. The duo held the WWF Championship and Tag Team titles simultaneously, dominating Raw until Triple H tore his quad in May and would be out of action for the rest of the year. But the biggest story of 2001 came with WWE's purchase of WCW. The Monday Night Wars was officially over, and WWE had won. WCW's invasion began in May with Lance Storm interfering in a match, followed by Diamond Dallas Page and Booker T. But there was a massive problem. WWE refused to buy out the guaranteed contracts of WCW's biggest stars like Goldberg, Sting, and the NWO, meaning the invasion was led by mid-carders. To boost the angle, ECW was revived and merged with WCW to form the Alliance, with Stephanie McMahon becoming ECW's owner. At the Invasion pay-per-view in July, Steve Austin shockingly turned heel again, joining the Alliance despite it making no storyline sense. The angle that should have been a home run was failing because fans couldn't buy the Alliance as a legitimate threat without the big-name WCW stars. The Invasion mercifully ended at Survivor Series in November with Team WWE defeating Team Alliance in a winner-takes-all match. Kurt Angle revealed himself as a double agent, screwing Austin and giving The Rock the victory. But 2001 had one last major moment. At Vengeance in December, Chris Jericho defeated both The Rock and Steve Austin on the same night to become the first ever undisputed champion. 2001 was a year of missed opportunities, shocking turns, and new arrivals. The year marked the end of the Attitude Era, and a more ruthless and aggressive chapter was about to begin. After losing a legal battle with the World Wildlife Fund, the World Wrestling Federation officially became World Wrestling Entertainment. The company literally had to get the F out, and WWF became WWE. But the name change was just one of many massive shifts in 2002. After the arrival of WCW and ECW stars, the roster had become so bloated that WWE implemented a brand split, dividing talent between Raw and SmackDown as separate shows with their own champions and storylines. By September, there were two world titles, the WWE Championship on SmackDown and the newly created World Heavyweight Championship on Raw, which Eric Bischoff simply handed to Triple H without a tournament. The year saw the WWE debut of the NWO, who initially debuted as heels, but fans simply refused to boo Hogan, who returned to the company after almost a decade. Hogan turned babyface within 30 days, and at WrestleMania 18, his match with The Rock had the crowd going crazy. The Rock left for Hollywood shortly after WrestleMania to pursue his acting career full-time. Then in June, Stone Cold Steve Austin walked out of the company due to creative differences. WWE's two biggest stars, The men who had carried them through the Attitude Era were suddenly gone, and WWE was left with a massive void. But WWE had been preparing for this moment. A new class of talent debuted in 2002 that would define the next generation. Brock Lesnar, a freakish athlete and amateur wrestling champion, debuted on Raw and immediately received a rocket push. Lesnar defeated The Rock at SummerSlam to become the youngest world champion in history. John Cena arrived by answering Kurt Angle's open challenge. Randy Orton came in as a cocky third-generation star. Batista joined as an intimidating powerhouse. And Rey Mysterio brought his revolutionary masked high-flying style to SmackDown. The year brought emotional returns as well. In January, Triple H came back from his torn quad to a deafening ovation at Madison Square Garden. The Game would go on to dominate the main event scene and defeat Jericho for the undisputed championship at WrestleMania 18. Then at SummerSlam, Shawn Michaels returned to in-ring action after 4 years away, facing Triple H in an emotional, unsanctioned match where HBK got the win. The year also gave us the first ever Elimination Chamber match, where Michaels dethroned Triple H as the World Heavyweight Champion, only to lose it back a month later. The year closed with Brock Lesnar as WWE Champion, while Triple H's reign of terror was beginning on Raw. The ruthless aggression era was officially underway, and a new generation was ready to take over. Triple H's reign of terror reached its peak in 2003, and there seemed to be no escape from the Game's iron grip on Raw along with his faction, Evolution. At the Royal Rumble in January, fans suffered through a disastrous 17-minute match between Triple H and Scott Steiner. Meanwhile, on SmackDown, Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit stole the show with an excellent WWE Championship match, and Brock Lesnar won the Rumble itself. WrestleMania 19 in Seattle delivered one of the most underrated manias of all time, despite nearly ending in tragedy. Brock Lesnar won the WWE Championship, but nearly offed himself attempting a shooting star press, landing directly on his head in one of the most terrifying botches in WrestleMania history. The show also featured the final installment of the Rock and Austin saga, with The Rock winning to send the Texas Rattlesnake into an unannounced retirement. Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho delivered a 5-star classic, proving HBK could still hang with the best. Former WCW powerhouse Goldberg debuted after WrestleMania, immediately confronting The Rock and bringing fresh energy to Raw. At Backlash, he demolished The Rock in dominant fashion. WWE finally seemed to have a new top star capable of dethroning Triple H. But at SummerSlam, in the Elimination Chamber, Triple H eliminated Goldberg last to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. It should have been Goldberg's coronation moment, but the Game's reign of terror wouldn't allow it. When Goldberg finally won the title at Unforgiven in September, it was too late, and his momentum had already been killed. The reign lasted only until December's Armageddon, where Triple H defeated Goldberg to recapture the title. All 4 Evolution members won championships that night, achieving a clean sweep. Kane transformed from a beloved mid-carder to a menace to society when he unmasked and turned Monday Night Raw into a horror show. Meanwhile on SmackDown, the SmackDown 6 raised the bar for in-ring action, while John Cena transformed from a generic rookie into a freestyling rapper. By year's end, it was clear 2003 had been a difficult transitional period. Triple H's stranglehold had exhausted fans, though the continued excellence of wrestlers like Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, and the rising John Cena offered hope for the future. With the pieces in place, the year 2004 would bring 2 of the most emotional and inspiring stories in WWE history, and one of its most disappointing matches. At the Royal Rumble, Chris Benoit entered at number 1 and lasted over an hour to win the match, defying all odds. But the bigger story came at No Way Out on the SmackDown side, where Eddie Guerrero challenged Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. Eddie had overcome drug addiction, rebuilt his life, and worked his way back to the main event. Few expected him to actually win. WrestleMania was just a month away, and Lesnar was rumored to be facing Goldberg. But after battling the Beast for nearly 30 minutes, Eddie hit the frog splash, got the pin, and became WWE Champion in one of the most emotional moments WWE has ever produced. Then came WrestleMania 20 at Madison Square Garden. Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg should have been a dream match, but word had leaked that both men were leaving WWE. Lesnar was tired of the brutal travel schedule, and Goldberg's contract was expiring. The Madison Square Garden crowd booed both men mercilessly throughout the entire match. Both looked miserable and put in minimal effort, creating one of the most awkward WrestleMania matches ever. However, that didn't stop the show from being iconic. The Undertaker returned as the Dead Man after years as the biker character, defeating Kane to extend his streak. John Cena defeated the Big Show in the opening match of the night to become the U.S. champion. And in the main event, Chris Chris Benoit defeated Triple H and Shawn Michaels in a triple threat match to win the World Heavyweight Championship. The show closed with Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, best friends in real life, celebrating together in the ring, both holding world titles. It was a magical moment that has since largely been erased from history by the tragedy that would come years later. Meanwhile, on the bright side, Randy Orton continued his rise as the Legend Killer, feuding with Mick Foley in a legendary hardcore match at Backlash. At SummerSlam, the 24-year-old Orton defeated Benoit to become the youngest World Heavyweight Champion in WWE history, but the very next night, Triple H kicked him out of Evolution, furious that his protege had surpassed him. At Unforgiven, the Game defeated Orton to reclaim the title after just 28 days, and the reign of terror continued. On the SmackDown side, John Cena continued his rise with the U.S. title, while JBL transformed from a mid-carder into a cowboy champion and feuded with Eddie Guerrero and The Undertaker. In other notable moments, Undertaker buried Paul Bearer in cement. Heidenreich did some questionable things to Michael Cole. Kurt Angle got chokeslammed off a balcony, and Kane and Lita had one of the most violent weddings in history. But as 2004 came to an end, WWE was ready for its hottest year since 2000. The year 2005 marked a generational shift in WWE. After years of dominance, Triple H's reign of terror was finally about to end, but not before one of the greatest botches in Royal Rumble history. Batista and John Cena were the final two competitors in the Rumble. In the planned finish, Batista was supposed to get the win. Instead, they accidentally eliminated each other for real, and both hit the floor at the exact same time. In one of the funniest moments in wrestling history, Vince McMahon stormed down to the ring to fix the situation, and legitimately blew out both of his quads climbing through the ropes. The match was restarted, and Batista won as planned, but the image of an injured Vince seething in the ring became an instant meme. The WrestleMania 21 build was equally electric. Batista teased which champion he would face, with many wondering if he'd go to SmackDown and allow Evolution to control both brands. But on the February 21st Raw, Batista gave Triple H the thumbs down, the same gesture the Game had used on Randy Orton the year before, and powerbombed him through a table. At WrestleMania 21, history was made twice. John Cena defeated JBL to win the WWE Championship, beginning his journey to becoming the face of WWE for the next 15 years. And after over 2 years of Triple H's reign of terror holding Raw hostage, Batista defeated the Game to win the World Heavyweight Championship and become the new face of Raw. A new era had officially begun, with two young stars leading their respective brands into the future. But then, the 2005 draft shocked everyone when John Cena was moved to Raw, leaving SmackDown without their top champion. Days later, Batista was drafted to SmackDown, taking his title with him. June also brought the legendary ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view, a nostalgia-filled event that's considered one of the greatest shows of all time. But the year wouldn't be complete without some career-defining controversies. Matt Hardy had been fired for going public about his girlfriend Lita's affair with Edge, but fans saw Hardy as the victim, and the massive heat on Edge and Lita actually elevated their careers. The feud culminated in a series of matches at SummerSlam, Unforgiven, and Raw, with Edge winning the majority of them. In the end, Hardy lost a loser leaves Raw ladder match and was sent to SmackDown. Edge and Lita remained together on Raw, and their real-life relationship gave rise to one of the most hated couples in WWE history. Meanwhile, on SmackDown, Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero fought over the custody of Dominic, with Eddie claiming that he was Dominic's real father. The year also saw the epic rivalry between Randy Orton and The Undertaker, with Orton doing everything in his power to slay the dead man, but Taker proving time and time again that you can't kill what's already dead. In the main event of SummerSlam, Shawn Michaels made a mockery of Hulk Hogan, overselling every single move in comically exaggerated fashion to protest Hogan's backstage politicking. Though Hogan got the win, HBK was the real winner in fans' eyes.